Peace and blessings to the chosen Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Shai, the warners to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim pushing this truth, sincerity, and charity. I'm the brother Yalad, and I'm just going into pride and how it's a very awful thing to have. Starting off with Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 10 and 7. Pride is hateful before God and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. So pride is a hateful thing before the Most High Yahweh, His Son Yahweh Shai, and man. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? I'm skipping down to verse 9. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such one set his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. So why is earth and ashes prideful? You still die. You still bleed red. You still piss yellow. It doesn't matter. You're not all that you think you are. Even when you think you're something, you're nothing. Especially when you think you're something, you're nothing. Or, because 1 Corinthians 8:1. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edified. So just because you know something don't make you something so great. Right? Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doth the Lord Yahweh hate. Yeah, even 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look. That's the first one. A proud look. Why? Now, it's the difference between having confidence, having some swagger, having some flow about yourself, but being prideful is another thing. As if you can't be wrong. As if you can't be in the flesh. As if you can't be carnal. And that's all you're doing is being carnal. Because that's what being prideful is. There's always somebody that's great out there in whatever aspect. And pride, pride come before a fall. Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And I want to mention the account of David and Goliath. Goliath thinking he big stuff, thinking he big and tough because he was. But what did that get him? He ultimately failed to David. So just because you think you bigger than somebody don't mean they can't take you out. Just because you think that you got more experience than somebody don't mean that they can't beat you. Everything is designed of the Lord. It say a horse is a vain thing for safety. Proverbs 21 and 31. The horse is prepared against the day of the battle, but safety is of the Lord. So if the horse is a vain thing for safety, then what? You can't say it's you doing anything. We are all just vessels. Now there'll be some that was vessels to be destroyed. And there will be some that would be vessels to be blessed and receive salvation. But what's the opposite end of that pride? Sirach 13:20 says, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. And it's liking it unto that because it's a coin toss. On the other side of pride is humility. And humility comes from humiliation. But humility is not in the sense of being bashful when you're being humble or in a humility spirit. You're not hating yourself and putting yourself in a woe is me and depressed spirit. by having humility, but you're acknowledging that you are capable of faults. You're acknowledging that you don't know everything. And that is, hey, that's the kind of spirit the Lord he will hear. He says, I gotta get it. I don't be wanting to butcher up these scriptures. Psalms 34:18. The Lord Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So, if you think you got all the answers, what you need the Lord for? If you think you better than the Lord, why would you come to the Lord? But if you in the spirit of humility, and you felt shame, hurt, disgrace, and all these things that come with the spirit of being brokenhearted and contrite, and you face the humiliation, and you face the trials and tribulations, and the hurt and the pain and the error and the failures and the mockery, and say, Lord, I don't know everything. Teach me. Lord, I tried it my way. It failed. Show me your way. That's the type of spirit the Lord deal with. And that's why the Lord not dealing with a proud look. Because that is a sincere thing. Because what come with pride? Proverbs 13:10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom. So what prideful people do is they don't want to take the low. They don't know how to take an L. They in their mind, they feel like they can't take a loss. And what happens? They get into unnecessary strife. They get into unnecessary contention. Because it only takes one party for there to be contention. If two parties are both humble, if two parties are both exercising humility, no, you first, no, you first, no, you, but I insist you go first. And if two parties are in agreement with each other to the point where, nah, I'm taking it low, and the other side, no, I'm taking it low, it's not a contention, it's an agreement. But if one side is like, excuse my American, fuck you, I'm better than you, you need to kiss my ass, that creates contention. That creates contention. Versus having humility and paving the way. But the prideful are not people that you can cooperate with. They're not people that you can do business with. They make things hard. They make things hard because they feel like they got all the answers and they want everything done their way. And then when things fail after you've done it their way, they make it seem like you're the problem because their pride has tricked them to think that they got it and they don't. Lord willing, that was edifying. Just harping on that pride, man, is the worst thing you can have is pride, bro. It's the worst thing. It's the reason we need Yahweh Shai's offering when he was crucified on the cross, because we can't save ourselves and our righteousness is filthy rags, as the scripture says. And a prideful person and a prideful spirit would think otherwise, that they can say they self or they're righteous enough to go and consult with the Most High and bypass the Son when the scripture says to kiss the Son. And we acknowledge the Son. And we come in the spirit of humility and rejoice that such an offering was made for our sakes, man. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And, we rejoice in what they've done and the mercies and knowing that the Lord gonna abundantly pardon. Even to some of us who ain't, well, ain't nobody worthy. We all done fell short from The scripture says we've all fallen short, but knowing that sacrifice was made and the Lord gonna abundantly pardon, man. It ain't never reason to be prideful, because we know what we deserve. We know what we deserve. And the Lord still have mercy. So, with that being said, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Kwam Yasharala Wa Baba Ball.